Hello guys, welcome to DTW Tutorials. Welcome. Okay, so today I'm so excited. I've completed the WAEC. That's your WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Questions Solved and Explained. Your 50 OBJ questions solved and explained. A lot of students have been asking me, since last year 2020, a lot of students have been saying, please do solve it. And yes, I've done it and it's complete. It took me a lot of energy to do this as a nursing mother. It took a lot. So please, I need you guys to watch this video and share with your friends, family and loved ones preparing for the forthcoming WAEC 2021 examination. And please, I'm begging you guys, you don't need to depend on exam malpractice. Okay, please, you don't need to depend on it. All you need to do is watch this video and read your books. You don't need to depend on it. That's why I'm here for you, to help you, to help you in passing your forthcoming WAEC 2021 examination. So all I need from you is please share this video with your friends, family, loved ones. That's all I need from you. Share so it can reach a lot of people, to help them in passing their WAEC 2021 exam. And as I've said earlier severally to you, that you are destined to win. Okay, in life, even in your forthcoming WAEC 2021 examination, you are destined to win. So please share these videos, okay, on your Facebook group, on your WhatsApp group, on every group you're in. Share so you can reach a lot of your friends, okay, in Gambia, in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, in Ghana, and also here in Nigeria. Please share, okay. And please, this video is not for sale. Please, not for sale, okay? Please don't commercialize this video. I've done it freely for students, so please also share it freely to students. All right? And sorry if this is your first time on this channel, DTW Tutorials, an educational channel on YouTube. Okay, for over 3 years now, we support students with free videos on maths and physics to enable them pass their exams, their WAEC exams, their JAMB exams, their GCE exams, name it, their junior WAEC, okay, in maths and science. We support you to pass your exams. Make sure you get that A. And there have been several testimonies over the years, okay, from F9 results to just watching DTW Tutorials videos, and there are a lot of B's and A's, several testimonies. So if it's your first time, make sure you click that subscribe button and the notification bell to be instantly notified when we upload an educational video for you. So we are here till your WAEC exams, and a lot of videos, by God's grace, I would be uploading to support you in your examination. So make sure you subscribe and also click the notification bell and share this video with your friends, family and loved ones. Give this video also a thumbs up, as it helps on YouTube to promote it to several viewers, okay, that's searching for things on WAEC. All right, so please give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below. And any comment you have at mine, please feel free to drop. Also, yes, I want to introduce a service that we do, that's DTW Tutorials Educational Consult. We help students secure admission abroad, okay. And I'm just going to take you to that page now quickly, just give you a hint on it. So I'm introducing you to one of our services we do. That's our DTW Educational Consult, okay, registered in Nigeria. Okay, we help students secure admission abroad, and majorly in Ukraine, Russia and Belarus university. And these schools, they accept, you don't need JAMB, you don't need your IETLS, English exams. All you just need is your WAEC certificate. So no matter the country you are in currently, just your WAEC certificate. As far as you have your 5 credits and your 5 compulsory, your subject for the different courses, okay. And we can quickly just go through this. So we can quickly go through this text here. All right, so these are courses, all right, over 70 bachelor and master degree courses available in Ukrainian and Russian universities, and these are the fees per year, okay. All right, so if your parents can afford it, you can just go abroad to school. Because I know in I think in Madonna University, any medicine, I think medicine about 1.7 million, and that's like over almost $3,000. All right, so if your parents can pay for you to go to a private university, this is just Madonna. I've not spoken of Covenant University and which other university again, Babcock. I've not spoken on their own fees. So if your parents can afford this, so why not you just go abroad and study? And you know, the certificate will be recognized all over the world. You can go abroad and study if your parents can afford it. So it's almost close to the same you pay here in Nigeria. All right, so if your parents can afford it, you can go there and you study in English. All right, if you want to study in Russia, you can do a first year, you know, a prep course to learn Russian. But if you don't want, then you study in English. All right, you can see the courses, the prices year by year. Okay, for several courses, you can quickly just go to the DTW site and go through the prices. Okay, now this is admission procedure. Just go through this. All you need to do is submit your application. Okay, you have to sign agreement. All you need to do is just go through all this to apply for your student visa. Later you can just browse through all this. If you need more information, you can just send us an email. All right, send me an email and I'm going to respond to you, and you know, we proceed from there. So we're going to help you with everything in your application for your visa, the document procedure. DT Educational Consult will help you out with this. So if you're interested, just send me a mail at dtwtutorialsng@gmail.com. okay, so before we get on to the video, I will also want to remind you that Jesus Christ is coming soon. Give your life to Christ, for He is the way, He is the truth, He is the life. He's the one who will lead you to heaven at last. In Him is peace, in Him is life, in Him is truth, in Him is love, in Him is everything, your supply, your protector, you know, your provider. In Him is everything. So come to Him. All right, come to Him and He would give you rest, and in Him we shall make heaven at last. So thank you from DTW Tutorials, and don't forget that you are destined to win. So let's get on to the video now. Question 1 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says evaluate correct to 2 decimal places, that is 2 dp, okay, 75.0785 minus 34.624 plus 9.83. okay, so let's take this step by step. So let's first of all subtract this from 75. okay, that's this. So we have 75.0785. we have a 34 here, 0.624. You can see how I'm arranging it. Okay, let us first subtract this. Let's see what the answer would give us. Okay, 624, there's nothing here, so we add a 0. Remember, we're subtracting. Okay, so 5 minus 0, we are going to have a 5, and 8 minus 4 will give us a 4. Here we have 7 minus 2, that will give us what? A 5. Can we subtract 6 from 0? No, we cannot. We have to borrow a 1 from here. Borrowing this 1 from here, adding up to this 0 here, we have a 10, and 10 minus 6, we're going to have a 4. Then drop our decimal point. What do we have left here? We have a 4 left here, so we have a 4 minus 4, which will give us what? 0. And next, what do we have? We have what? 7 minus 3, and that will give us what? That would give us a 4. So we have this. Okay, now the next step now is to add up this. Okay, that's plus 9.83. so drop this here, 9.83. okay, so we have a plus. Add since we don't have any values here, just drop down a 0 and a 0 here. So we are adding up, right? So we have 5 plus 0, that will give us what? A 5. 4 plus 0, that's a 4. 5 plus 3, that will give us a 8. And 4 plus 8, that will give us a 12. So we have a 2, carry this one here. So we have 1 plus 9, that would give us what? A 10. So we drop a 0. Don't forget our decimal point. We drop this down here. So 10. Okay, we have a 10. So drop a 0 and carry this 1. And 1 plus 4 will give us 5. We have nothing here, which is 0. 5 plus 0 will give us what? A 5. So this is our answer. But remember, it says correct to 2 decimal places. Remember, in your approximation, 2 decimal places will start from your decimal point, will count the digits. Okay, so we have 1 here, 2. This is second digit, 2 decimal places. So we'll stop here. This is second digit, okay? Then we'll now check immediately after this second digit, that's a 2 decimal place. What is the number here? What is the number after the second digit, which is 4? Is 4 greater than 5 or equal to 5? It is not greater than 5 and it's not equal to 5, so it means we can't approximate a 1. Okay, so our final answer here would be 50.28. okay, if it was a 5, would have approximated a 1 and add up the 1 to 8 here to give us what, 9, which would leave the answer at 50.29. you can see you have this here, but this is wrong. Okay, the number immediately after the second digit when you count from decimal point, okay, is 4 and it's not greater than 5 or equal to 5, so we can't approximate. So therefore our answer is what, 50.28. so this is our answer. The right option here is option C. Question 2 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 examination. It says if X is equal to a subset of what, X is less than 7 and Y, that's capital Y, is equal to a subset of what, Y is a factor of 24, okay, are subject of the universal set this, okay, that's from 1 to 10, find X intersection Y. Okay, this is a problem on set, so let us find the elements of this the set X and also Y. Okay, so here we have our big X. Okay, so it says X is what, less than 7. So from our universal set we have 1 to 10, so X is going to contain what, all the values from 1 to what, 6, since it says X is what, less than 7. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this will be the elements of this set. All right, now for Y, it says Y is a factor of 24. So we have our universal set this. So what are the factors of 24 that are in this universal set? Okay, the first one is what, 2. Okay, let me number out this universal set here. So our universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so our factors of 24, we have 2. Okay, the next one we have what, we have a 3. Okay, remember 3 times 8 is what, 24. Then the next one we have what, a 4. Okay, the next factor of 24 is what, a 6. Okay, and our final factor will be what, 8. Okay, so we have 8. Remember, for 6 is what, 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, so so we have this now. So it says find what, X intersection what, Y. Remember, intersection is what is common between the two sets. So what's common between this set X and Y? We have 2 here and up here and down here. We have 3 here, we have 4 here, and we have what, 6. Okay, so X intersection Y is equal to what, 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is our answer. And what is the right option here? The right option is option A. Question 3 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's a WAEC 2020 exam. Okay, it says simplify this. Okay, so this is indices. Here, to make this clearer, this is minus 3 over 2. This is minus 3 over 4. And this is what? This is a positive, so we have 1 over 3 here. Okay, no, there's no negative sign here. All right, okay, so now let's solve this together. So here, this is a minus 1 over 3. Remember, when you have in indices, when you have a minus raised to power minus 1 is equal to what, 1 over a raised to power what, 1. Okay, whatever the power is, it will be 1 divided by what, that's power. So we have to convert this negative to this same using the same indices what rule. Okay, so here we have this is 16 raised to power minus 3 over 2, so we have 1 over 16 over 9 raised to the power of what? 3 over 2. Then times, okay, 1 over 16 raised to the power of what? 3 over 4. Remember, we have this big bracket over everything here, raised to the power 1 over 3. Okay, so let's simplify this now. So what does this mean? This means 1 divided by the square root of what? 16 over 9 bracket all raised to what? Power 3. That's what this means. Okay, remember your indices. All right, when you have this is 3 over 2, that is 1 over 2 means the square root. Okay, then whatever we have as a square root will raise to the power of what? 3. Okay, times 1 over the fourth root of 16 raised to power of what? 3. And remember, this big bracket here is power 1 over 3. All right, so what's the square root of 16 and also 9? Okay, so we have 1 over square root of 16 is what? 4. And what's the square root of 9? That will give us what? 3. Okay, so we have raised to power 3 times, what's the fourth root? I'm supposed to write this here, okay, because it's 40. You know, for square root you don't need to write the 2 out here, but this is the fourth root, so you have to write it out. Okay, all right, so we have 1 over, what's the fourth root of 16? The fourth root of 16 is what? 2. Okay, because we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that would give us what? 16. So we have here, remember, raised to the power of what? 3. Okay, don't forget this, 1 over 3. Right, so from here, what do we have now? We have 1. What is 4 raised to the power 3? 4 raised to the power 3 will give us what? 64. And what is 3 raised to the power 3? That will give us what? 27. So we have 1 over 64 times 1 over 64 divided by 27 times. What is 2 raised to the power 3? That would give us what? 1 over 8. Don't forget this. Okay, so here we can simplify this now by saying we have bring 27 up. Okay, remember, when you have this 1 divided by 64 over 27, remember to convert this to a multiplication sign, you what? Invert. Okay, and when you invert, we are going to have 27 will come up and 64 will come down. So we are finally going to have 27 over 64. So from here we have what? 27 over 64 times what? 1 over 8. Okay, this is just 1 over 8. So we have this raised to power 1 over 3. So here, what do we have? We have 27 multiplying 27 times 1 is 27, and 64 times 8, that would give us what? 512. Okay, so we have 1 over 3. Now this is 1 over 3, that is the cube root of 27 over 512. So we have the cube root of 27 over 512. So what's the cube root of 27? That will give us a 3. And what's the cube root of 512? That is what? 8. So this is our answer. Our answer is what? 3 over 8. So we have option C, and here this is our answer, option C, 3 over 8. So this is the final answer. Okay, I solved it. There are several shortcuts to this, but I just solved this out in case you see this in your theory section. You have to follow this way, you have to write it down this way, okay, step by step. All right, there are several shortcuts, just 2 steps and we'll get the answer, but I did this purposely so it also helps you if you find this question in the theory section. Okay, so the final answer here is what? 3 over 8. Question 4 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says, find the value of x which satisfies the equation 4x equal to 7 modulo 9. Okay, how do we solve this? We have 4x equal to 7 modulus of mod 9. Okay, so here all we need to do is just add 9 to the right hand side. All right, add 9 to the right hand side. none of these numbers are greater than 9, so we don't have need to reduce it in mode 9. Okay, so we just add 9 to the right hand side, so we have 4x equal to 9, that's 7 plus 9 bracket mode 9. So we have 4x, 7 plus 9 is what? Is 16. Okay, you still keep your mode 9. Then the next step we do is we divide both sides by 4 to get our x. Okay, the value of x, you say divide both sides. Both sides by 4. So divide by 4, divide by 4. So our x will be equal to what? 4 mode 9. So the least value of x which satisfies the equation, this is what? 4. Our right option here is option D. Question 5 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question, that's your WAEC 2020 examination. Okay, it says express 1 plus 2 log 3 base 10 in the form of log q base 10. Okay, so we have to express this in the form of log q base 10. So let us simplify this. We have to express. So, and when you have 1 in logarithm is the same as what? Log 10 base 10. It will give us what? 1. Okay, we always remember this in logarithm. Alright, so we have plus what? 2 log 3 base 10. Okay, so from here we can simplify this further by saying we have log 10 base 10 plus log this base 10, then 3 raised to power what? 2. Okay, and what is 3 raised to power 2 here? We have what? 9. Okay, so we have log 9 base 10. Okay, so from here, remember in logarithm, when you have a plus sign, we multiply the logs. Okay, so we have, and since we have the same base, okay, so we have log 10 so we have log base 10, then we have 10 times 9. Okay, so from here, what is 10 times 9? We have here 90. So this we have, our final expression is what? Log 90 what? Base 10. So this is the final answer, and our right option here is option A. Question 6 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says if 101 base 2, remember your number bases, plus 12, this is base y, is equal to 23 base 5. Find the value of y. Okay, so we have to convert all this now. To be able to solve this, we have to convert all this to base 10. Okay, and remember how to convert to base 10. Any base to base 10, first of all, you number the powers. Okay, so here you have 0, 1, 2. Okay, here we have a 0 and 1. Remember, this is 12 base y, and here we have a 0 and 1. Okay, so to convert this 101 base 2 to base 10, we have 1 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to this power of what? 1 plus, then we have 1 times 2 raised to power what? 0. Okay, then we have plus, this is, let's put this in a bracket. Open the bracket for this 12, to convert 12 base y to base 10. So this will be 1 times what? Y raised to power 1 plus 2 times what? Y raised to power 0. Close the bracket, equal to, this will be what? 2 times, this is base 5, so it will be 5 raised to power 1 plus 3 times 5 raised to power 0. Okay, so let's simplify this further. So we have 1 times 2 raised to power 2. What's 2 raised to power 2? That's 4. And 4 times 1 is what? 4 plus, this is 0 times 2 raised to power 1. 2 raised to power 1 is 2. And times 0, we're still going to have a 0 plus, okay, this is 2 raised to power 0, which will give us 1, and 1 times 1 is 1, so we have a plus what? 1. Okay, so plus, open this bracket, this is 1 times y raised to power 1. What's y raised to power 1? That's y, and y times 1 is what? Y, plus y raised to power 0 is what? 1. Remember, anything raised to power 0 is what? 1. And 1 times 2 is what? 2. Equal to, this is 2 times 5 raised to power 1. 5 raised to power 1 is 1. And, sorry, 5 raised to power 1 is 5. And 5 times 2 is what? 10. Plus 5 raised to power 0 is 1. And 1 times 3 is what? 3. So we have here 5 plus, let's open up the bracket, we have y plus 2 equal to what? What's 10 plus 3? That will give us what? 13. Okay, let's take 5 and 2 to this side, or we can just quickly do what's 5 plus 2? This will give us 7 equal to what? 13. Then y, taking plus 7 to this side, we have what? 13 minus what? 7. And what's 13 minus 7? That will give us 6. So y is equal to what? 6. So the value of y is what? 6. And our right option here is option C. Question 7 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's a WAEC 2020 exam. It says an amount of this 550,000 naira was realized when a principal X was saved at 2% simple interest for 5 years. Find the value of X. Here, the first thing is, remember your formula for amount. I hope you remember amount is equal to what? Your principal plus your interest. Okay, let's have this. Okay, and remember how to get your interest is what? I is equal to what? PRT over 100, where P is principal, R is your rate, T is your time. We already have a R as rate as 2%, time for what? 5 years. Okay, so here, and we are told that the principal is what? X. So we can find what? From here, let's find our interest. Okay, then we'll substitute into this formula. All right, so from here, P is what? X times R is what? 2 times what's T? 5 divided by what? 100. So we have this is X, this is 5 times 2, that's 10. So 10x divided by what? 100. This would cancel out, so we are left with what? X over 10. So our interest is equal to what? X over 10. So let us put it into this equation. So from here, we've been given our amount as what? 550,000 naira. So we have here 550,000 equal to our principal is what? X. Okay, and our interest from this formula, our interest is what? X over 10. All right, so we have to look for what? Our X. Okay, because the question says find the value of X. You can see the way we substituted. All right, so from here, to simplify this, since we have a fraction here, okay, just multiply both sides by 10. Multiply everything by 10. That's 10 times this and 10 times this. Okay, so it can cancel out. Okay, multiply everything both sides by 10. All right, so it cancels out. So you multiply this by 10, multiply this by 10, and also multiply this by 10. So this will cancel out. So here we have 10x plus what? X, and this is what? 5500. It's going to be 5 million. Okay, because we're adding another 0 here, so 0 and 0, so we have 5,500,000. Okay, so here we have 10x plus x will give us what? 11x. So we have 5,500,000 divided by 11. Divided by 11, you know this is 55, so this will go 5, then 0. How many zeros do we have here? 0, 0, 0. Okay, we have 5 zeros, so 5. So this will cancel out. So we have x is equal to what? X is equal to 500,000 naira. Okay, so x is equal to 500,000 naira. So our principal is what? 500,000 naira. And here our right option is option D. Okay, make sure in your WAEC exam, don't forget this formula. Amount is equal to your principal times, amount is equal to what? Your principal plus what? Interest. Okay. Question 8 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's a WAEC 2020 exam. It says, given that the root of 3 plus the root of 5 okay, and divided by the root of 5 again is equal to x plus y. Okay, root of 5, this is supposed to be 15. Okay, root of 15. Find the value of x plus y. Okay, so find the value of x plus y. So we have to simplify this to this, then we'll take out the value of x and y. Okay, so let's simplify this. This is solved, so let's simplify this. So we have root 3 plus root 5 divided by root 5. Remember, in sorts, when you have a denominator that is a sort, okay, you do what? You multiply. All right, that same sort, multiply the denominator, and all, you multiply the numerator and also the denominator by that same sort. Okay, so we multiply this so this can cancel out. So the square root of 5 times the square root of 3, that will give us 15, plus the square root of 5 times the square root of 5, you just cancel out the roots and we are left with a 5. The same thing here, square root of 5 multiplied by the square root of 5, cancel out the roots and we're left with what? A 5. Okay, so we can try to rearrange it to this. So we have 5 plus what? Root 15 over 5. Now here, also to rearrange to this, we have 5, okay, divided by 5 plus root 15 divided by 5. This would be what? 1 plus root 15 divided by 5, which is the same as saying 1 plus 1 over 5 root 15. So from here, x, this is x is 1 and y is what? 1 over 5. So the question says find the value of x plus y. So x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 over 5. So let's add this up. So we have 1 plus 1 over 5. The LCM is 5. 5 and 1 and 5. 1 and 5 go 5 times, and 5 times 1, that's 5, plus 5 and 5, 1, and 1 times 1 is what? 1. So what are we left with? So what are we left with here? We have 5 plus 1, which is what? 6 over 5. Okay, and in answer is in mixed numbers, so we have to convert this in proper fraction to mixed fraction. Okay, so 5, how many times will 5 go in 6? Go 1 times, remember, 1 over 5. So this is our answer, and our right option is option C. Question 9 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says if x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 1, evaluate this. So we have 2 brackets x raised to power 2 minus y raised to power 3. So x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 1. So we have 2 brackets 3 raised to power 2 minus brackets minus 1 raised to power 3. Okay, so here 2, what is 3 raised to power 2? That will give us 9 minus bracket. What is minus 1 raised to power 3? That's minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1 will give us a positive 1, and multiplying by another negative 1 will give us what? A negative 1. So we have a negative 1 here. Alright, so we have 2 bracket 9, opening up this bracket, this negative will multiply this negative, so we have a plus 1. Okay, so here we have 2. What is 9 plus 1? That is what? A 10. And this is opening up the bracket, 2 times 10 will give us what? 20. Okay, so our answer is 20. And what's our right option here? Our right option is option C. Question 10 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 examination. It says solve this, okay, simultaneously. This is simultaneous equation. So we have 3x minus 2y equal to 10, and we have I'm going to use elimination method here. So we have x plus 3y equal to 7. Okay, on the DTW Tutorials channel, a playlist called Maths Introduction, I've introduced explain simultaneous equations. Okay, so you can watch that video to understand fully, and several other topics, bearing, even differentiation, and that's calculus explained in detail. Okay, please check those playlists, it would really help you. Okay, All right, that's if you don't understand after watching the way I solved it. If you need more examples, please do watch those videos. So here we are going to use elimination method. So from here I want to cancel out x. So to cancel out x, I'll multiply equation 1 by 1 and equation 2 by what, 3. So 1 times all this, we're going to have 3 still the same, okay, and 3 times all this, we're going to have 3x plus 9y equal to 21. That's 7 times 3, 21. So for me to cancel out this 3x, I have to introduce a negative sign. This negative sign will affect everything here. So this positive will turn to a negative, while this 21 would have a negative. Okay, so this will cancel out. So we're going to be having a negative 2y and a negative 9y. So what's the negative 2y? Negative 9y, we're going to have a negative what, 11y equal to, so this is 10 minus 21, and what's 10 minus 21? We're definitely going to have what, a negative sign, and what, 11. Okay, so that's 21 minus 10, which is 11, and drop your negative sign. So from here we divide both sides by negative 11, divide by negative 11. This would cancel out, this would cancel out, so we have y is equal to what, a positive what, 1, because the negative cancelled out. All right, so we have a positive 1 as y. If we have y as equal to 1, so just substitute into any of the equations. So let's say we want to just go for the easy one, equation 2. So we have x plus 3 brackets, our y now is 1 equal to what, 7. So here we have x plus 3 times 1 is 3 equal to what, 7. X is equal to, take this positive 3 to this side, we have 7 minus 3, so x is equal to what, 4. So these are answers. So we have x equal to 4 and what, y equal to 1. So what's the right option here? Our right option is option D. That's x equal to 4 and y equal to what, 1. Question 11 of the WAEC 2020 mathematics question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says the implication x this is equivalent to, okay, this is logic, okay, this is under logic. Now when you see implication, this is the sign for implication, x implies y, okay, and it is equivalent to, normally the x imply y is always equivalent to not what, not y implies not x. And what does this mean? How do you symbolize this? That's not y is this, implies what, not what, x. That's a negation of y, implies a negation of what, x. And let us prove this. All right, now let's prove this. So we have our truth table, x, y, okay, and we have our t truth, we have another truth, we have false, ft, that's false truth, then we have false, okay, then let's do x implies y. Let's do the truth table of x implies y. Now how do you do, what's the meaning of x implies y? Let's say for instance you have this statement, if you score A, comma, I promise. It, you know, implies means you promise to do something if this happens. Okay, I promise to give you let's say 5,000 naira for each A you have. Okay, if you score an A in, let's say, maths, I promise to give you 5,000 naira. All right, so now T is the truth. Okay, so T for this first statement, T that means you score A, and T means also I gave you the what, 5,000 naira. So this statement is what is true. So we have the truth. So now here T, you scored the A. Okay, so if you score A is the x implies this. So if you score A, I would give you what, a 5,000 naira. If I don't, is what, is false. Okay, I didn't complete my promise. All right, okay, so you have here, so you scored an A, but I didn't give you the 5,000 naira, so this is false. Now here you didn't score an A, okay, and I gave you the 5,000, and this is T. I gave you the 5,000, so it is true. All right, since you didn't score an A, I still gave you the 5,000 naira. It is true. Now here, you didn't score an A. I didn't give you the 5,000 naira. It is true since you didn't score an A. Okay, so X implies Y. So it is true since you didn't score an A. I don't need to give you a 5,000 naira. So this is still what? True. So this is the truth table of X implies what? Y. Now let's do the negation of what? Of Y implies that's negation of negation. Y implies negation what's X. So we have this. Let's do the negation Y first, then the negation X. You know, the negation Y is the opposite of what? The Y truth table. Okay, so T, if this is T, here will be F, false. If this is false, here will be truth. If this is your truth, here will be false, and this is your false, here will be what? Truth. The same thing for X, the opposite. If this is T, here will be false. If this is T, here will be false, and if this is F, here will be truth, and if this is F, here will be truth. Now let's do the table for what? Negation of what? Y implies the negation of what? X. That's Y, and not Y implies what? Not X. You see, when we do this, we're going to have the same thing here as your X implies what? Y. So now let's do this together. So this is false and false. For implication table, a false and false would give you what? A what? Truth, according to this statement which I explained. All right. Now a truth and what? False. Truth and false is what? A false. Okay, that's the negation of Y implies the negation of what? X. If X is what? False, it means it's what? False. So this is what? False and truth. When you have a false and truth, you have what? A truth. So here also, when you have a truth and a truth in the implication table, what do we have? We have what? A truth. All right, so you can see that this is equivalent to what? This. They are the same thing. All right, so this proves our answer that what? X implies Y is equivalent to what? The negation of Y implies the negation of what? X. That is what? Not Y implies not X. Okay, and in maths this is called contrapositive. All right, that's deeper maths. Okay, in logic. All right, and our right option here is option A. Question 12 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says the first term of a geometric progression, that's a GP, is 3, and the fifth term is what? 48. Find the common ratio. Okay, remember what's the formula for finding the n term of a GP? Okay, just always make sure you know the formulas. Okay, that's A, that's your first term, your R is your common ratio, raised to the power n minus what? 1. So here we are told the first term is 3, that's A is equal to 3. The fifth term is 48, so put the fifth term T5. So it will be what? We know our first term as what? 3. We don't know our common ratio because that's what we're looking for. So R raised to the power 5 minus what? 1 is equal to what? 48. Is 48. That's what the question says. Okay, so we have 3 raised to the power what? 5 minus 1 is what? 4, equal to what? 48. So here divide both sides by 3. So R raised to the power 4 is equal to what is 48 divided by 3? That is what? 16. So from here to get R, we have to what? Find the fourth root of what? 16. So we have 16. Okay, the fourth root of 16. So R is equal to, what's the fourth root of 16? That would give us what? A 2. So R is equal to 2. Why is it 2? Because we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, this 2 times 2, this is 4, and times 4, which is what? 16. So the fourth root of 16 is what? 2. So our common ratio is what? 2. And our right option here is option A. Question 13 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020. It says solve this. Okay, this is an inequality, so we have to solve this. So we have this is also 5 minus 3x divided by 3 less than 2 bracket 3 minus 7x divided by what, 5. Okay, this is 2 over 5, which is the same as this. All right, so let us simplify this. Okay, first of all, let's open up this bracket here. So we have 5 minus 3x over 3 less than, opening up the bracket, 2 times 3 is what, 6, and 2 times minus 7, that will give us a minus 14 what, x over 5. Now to further solve this, we have to cross multiply, so we remove everything in our denominator. So cross multiply, so 5 will multiply this and 3 will multiply this. So we have 5 bracket what, 5 minus 3x less than 3 bracket 6 minus what, 14x. Opening up this bracket, 5 times 5 times 5 is what, 25, minus 5 times 3x is what, 15x, less than 3 times 6 is what, 18, minus what is 3 times 14? 3 times 14 would give us what, 42x. So from here, let's take like terms. We have minus 15x, that's bring x here and take the numbers to this side. So minus 42x coming here, we have a positive 42x less than, and please don't change the sign to the other way. Okay, the only time your sign changes in inequality is if you divide by a negative number. Okay, you divide by a negative number, that's the only time, all right, that your sign changes to the other one, okay, to the opposite sign. So we have here 18, and taking 25 to this side, we have a minus what, 25. Okay, so from here we have what is 15x plus 42x, that will give us a positive what, 27x. Okay, less than 18 minus 25 will give us a negative what, 7. From here we divide by 27, divide by 27. You can see we're dividing by positive numbers, so the sign would not change. Okay, so x is what, less than minus 7 over 27. Okay, so this is our answer. And what is our right option here? Our right option is option D. Okay, that is x less than minus 7 over 27. Question 14 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your 2020 exam. It says make m the subject of the relation this, k is equal to the square root of m minus 1 divided by m plus 1. Okay, so we have to make m the subject of the formula. Okay, so it's also the same thing as subject of the relation. Don't let this word confuse you. It means subject of the formula. Okay, don't let the word confuse you here. All right, okay, so now let's make m the subject of the formula. The first thing we have to do is remove this square root sign, and when you remove this square root sign, we are going to square whatever that is on this side. So we have first k square is equal to what, m minus y over m plus 1. All right, so let's cross multiply. All right, so we have here k square bracket m plus 1 is equal to m, okay, minus y. All right, so k square, opening up the bracket, we have k square m plus, what's k square times 1 is what, k square, equal to what, m minus what, y. So from here, let's take m here and take the other values to this side. So we have k square m, bringing positive m to this side, we have a minus m equal to minus y. Then this a positive to this side will give us a negative k square. All right, let's take the like terms here. M, since m is common here, m is common here, we have k square minus 1 equal to what, minus y minus k square. Okay, we divide both sides by this, that's k square minus 1, so we can just have m here. All right, so let me just quickly do this here. We have this, okay, where this will cancel out this, so we have left m is equal to what, minus y minus k square over k square minus 1. Okay, we have to simplify this. You can see we don't really have the answer here, so let's simplify this by multiplying everything in the bracket by a negative sign. All right, so we have m is equal to this negative multiplied by this negative, we are going to have a positive y. This multiplied by this, we are going to have a positive k square. This negative multiplying this k here, we have a negative k square. Then negative multiplying this negative 1 here, we have a positive 1. Okay, so we can change this, bring k minus k square inside and take 1 out. So we have y plus k square over 1 minus k square. Okay, so we'll simplify this. This should be our final answer. So m is equal to this. So where is our answer here? Yes, our answer is what? Option B. M is equal to y plus k square divided by 1 minus k square. So this is our answer. All right, when you're doing something like this and you get to this point where you don't see your answer isn't close by, try to go further. Don't give up. Okay, don't give up. Don't stress yourself and just blank out here. Try another step, and the other step is to in trying to simplify to make it look like any of our option here is to what? Introduce what? Multiply everything by a negative sign to rearrange them. All right, that's what we just did here. So our answer here is option B. Question 15 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question. That's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says find the quadratic equation whose roots are this 1 over 2 and minus 1 over 3. Okay, whose roots are this? We have x, so it means x is equal to 1 over 2 and x is equal to what? Minus 1 over 3. So from here, take this 1 over 2 to this side. We have x minus 1 over 2 is equal to 0. Here also take this minus 3 to this side. We have x plus 1 over 3. 3 is equal to what? 0. Okay, so from here we have x minus 1 over 2 bracket. Combining both, we have x plus 1 over 3 equal to what? 0. So from here, what do we do next? We open up our bracket. So, because we're looking for the quadratic equation. So x times this is what? X squared. X times plus 1 over 3, that's plus 1 over 3x. Then minus 1 over 2 times x, that's minus 1 over 2x. Then 1 over 2 times minus 1 over 2 times plus 1 over 2, that's a negative 1 over 6. 2 times 3 is 6, equal to what? 0. So from here, what's our LCM? Our LCM is 6. Okay, this is over 1. How many times will 1 go in 6? It will go 6 times, and 6 times x squared is what? 6x squared plus, how many times will 3 go in 6? To go 2 times, and 2 times x is what? 2x minus, how many times will 2 go in 6? Is what? 3 times, and 3 times x is what? 3x minus, how many times will 6 go in 6? 1 times, and 1 times 1 is what? 1, equal to 0. We have to cross multiply to cancel out this 6. So 6 times 0 is still a 0. So we are left with what? 6x squared plus what is 2x minus 3x? That will give us a negative what? X minus what? 1 equal to what? 0. So this is our equation. Alright, 6x minus x minus 1 equal to what? 0. So this is our answer, and is our right option here? Yes, it is. Our right option is option D. 6x minus x minus 1 equal to 0. So option D. Question 16 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question. That's a WAEC 2020 exam. It says given that x is directly proportional to y and inversely proportional to z, let's interpret this together. So x directly proportional to y and inversely proportional to z, that is inversely divided by what? Z. X is equal to 15 when y is equal to 10 and z is equal to 4. Find the equation connecting x, y, and z. Okay, this is variation. So to convert this variation sign to an equal to sign, we introduce the constant what? K. So this would be what? X equal to what? K y over z. Okay, that's k multiplied by y over z. That's what this expression means. Okay, so let us find k. So we know the equation connecting x, y, and z. Since we're given x as this, y as this, and z as this, so x is what? 15 is equal to k, y is what? Times what? 10. Sorry about my pen here. Times 10 divided by what? What is z is what? 4. Okay, so let's this can cancel out. So 2 here 2 times 2 here, how many times? 5 times, so we can cross multiply. So we have 2 times 15, which is what? 30, equal to, this is 5, that is 5k. So we divide by what? 5, divide by 5. This will cancel out, and 30 divided by 5 is what? 6. So k is equal to 6. Okay, that's k is equal to what? 6. So we put it into this equation. So we have x is equal to 6y over z. So this is the equation that's connecting what? X, y, and z. All right, since we found our k, so this is the equation connecting x, y, and z, and our right option here is option A. Question 17 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question, that's a WAEC 2020 exam. It says 2 buses start from the same station at what? 9 a.m. and travel in opposite direction along the same straight road. Let's do it together. 2 buses start from the same station. This is the same station at what? 9 a.m. okay, and travel in opposite direction. So let's say bus 1, bus 2, okay, along the same straight road. If the first bus travels at a speed of 72 km per hour and the second at what? 48 km per hour, at what time would they be 240 kilometers apart? So at what time will they be 240 kilometers apart? So let's say this is 240 kilometers apart. Okay, so they left by 9 a.m. in 2 opposite directions, and and the distance between both of them is 240 kilometers per hour. So at this time, what is this time that they reached 240 kilometers apart? That's what this particular question is asking us to find. Okay, they left at 9 a.m. Now they are 240 kilometers apart. What time is it here on bus 1 and also bus 2? Okay, to at the same time. So what time? All right, so that's what the question is asking us to find. Remember our formula of speed is equal to what? Our distance over time. All right, so we're going to apply this here. All right, so from here we know our speed. Okay, we know the speed for bus 1, we know the speed for bus 2. Okay, and we don't know the time. All right, for the distance we just know that when we add up the distance of bus 1 and add up the distance of bus 2, it's going to give us what? 240 kilometers. Okay, so we'll just say here that d1 plus, that's distance of bus 1 and distance of bus 2, is equal to what? 240 kilometers. Okay, this is quite important here. So to get our d1 here, our d1 is what? Remember, d is what? To get the distance is what? Speed times time, s times what? T. So what is s for d1 is what? 72, okay, kilometer. All right, t, we don't know t. All right, that's for d1, and d2 is equal to the speed for the second bus, which is what? 48 times what? T. So we have this. So here we can put this into the equation so we can find our t. So what is d1? d1 is what? 72 t plus what? 48 t equal to what? 240. So what is 72 plus 48? That will give us what? 120. What? T is equal to 240. So we divide both sides by 120, divide by 120. What's our t? 240 divided by 120 will give us what? 2. So our t is what? 2 hours. Okay, so 2 hours. So it means the distance when they left by 9 a.m. To cover this distance apart, okay, is what? 2 hours. So what time would they be at 240 kilometers? Just to add 2 hours to what? 9 a.m. And when you add 2 hours to 9 a.m., that's 9 plus 2 hours, that is what? 10 and 11. So they're going to be what? the time is going to be what? 11 what a.m. So at what time would there be two 40 kilometers apart? It's going to be what? 11 a.m. That's 9 plus what? 2 hours. All right. So our right option here is option C. Okay, this is a typo. This should be A. All right. This is A. So our right option here is option C, which is what? 11 a.m. Okay, so this is our answer. Question 18 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question. That's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says a solid cuboid has length this, okay, width, this should be width, okay, width 5 centimeter and height 4 centimeter. Calculate its total surface what? Area. Okay, calculate its total surface what? Area. Remember the formula for finding total surface area of a cuboid is what? 2 bracket what? Your length times your breadth plus your length times your height plus your breadth times your what? Height. Okay, so let's do this together. What's our length? This is 7. So we have 7 times our breadth. Our breadth, which is width, is what? 5 plus what's our length? 7 times our height, which is what? Height is 4 centimeter plus our breadth 5 times what? 4. Okay, so we have 2 bracket 7 times 5 is what? 35 plus 7 times 4 is 28 plus, and this will give us what? 20. That's 5 times 4. So when we add this up all together, what do we have here? We're going to have 83. Okay, and when we multiply this, we're going to have 166 centimeter what? Square. So this is the total surface area of the what? Cuboid. Okay, and our right option here is option B. Question 19 of the WAEC 2020 mathematics past question. That's your WASSCE exam. It says in the diagram we have PQ. PQ is parallel to SR. Find the value of X. Okay, when you have this, you have to find the value of X. Just simply, first of all, draw a straight parallel line through, okay, through the center of this, okay, where you're going to have a point here, an angle here, and also another angle here. All right, where in alternate angles. Okay, this is under the topic plane angles. Okay, so where these alternate angles are what? Equal. So if this is X, this is what? X, and if this is 68, this is what? 60. And if this is 68, this is what? 68. And you know that angles in a point makes up what? 360. That's the sum of all these angles here is 360. So we can easily get X here. So we get here. So here is X plus what? 68 plus 246 is equal to what? 360. So from here, X will be equal to 360 minus 246 minus 68, where we have what? 360. If we add this up, we have minus what? 314. And when we subtract this, we're going to have what? 46 what degrees. So X is equal to what? 46 what degrees. So if this is 46 degrees, here is also what? 46 degrees. So X, the value of X is 46 degrees. And our right option here is option B. Question 20 of the WAEC 2020 mathematics past question. That's your WASSCE exam. It says find the equation of the line. Okay, find the equation of the line parallel to this and passes through point this. Okay, find the equation of the line parallel to this and passes through point this. Now always have this with you. Okay, know this, have this at heart. Always know that the gradients of two parallel lines are what? Equal. M1 is equal to what? M2. And also, if for instance it says find the equation of the line perpendicular, okay, two lines perpendicular to each other, their gradient is what? M1, M2 is equal to what? -1. So when you get the gradient of the line that you're given, you can easily find the gradient of the other line. All right, so for here now, if we're looking at parallel, so the equation of a line, well, we don't know the equation, but we know that the line is parallel to what? This line. So it means the gradient of this is equal to the gradient of our unknown what? Equation. So let's find the gradient of this line. So from here, Remember, we have y is equal to, that's the slope intercept form. We have y is equal to what? Mx plus what? B. All right, this equation of the line format for the y as slope intercept form. So let's solve for y and liken it to this equation. So from here we have 2y equal to 3 bracket x minus 2. Okay, open up this bracket here. We have 3x minus 6. We have 2y here. We divide both sides by 2. So divide both sides by 2. Sorry. So we have y is equal to, we have 3 over 2x minus 6 over 2. So we're going to have 3 over 2x minus what? 3. So we have this. So liking these two equations, all right? This is our m. So m is what? 3 over 2. So m for this is what? 3 over 2. So if this is m 3 over 2, it means this our line we're looking for, m is what? 3 over 2, and we have the point, the equation passes through points 2 and 3. So this is our point 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm going to use the point slope formula, which is what? Y minus y1 equal to m bracket x minus x1 to get our equation of the line. All right, so I'm going to put in this point 2 comma 3, which is what? X1 y1, and I'll put in our slope, which is what? 3 over 2 into this point slope what formula. So here we have y minus our y1 is 3 equal to our m is what? 3 over 2 brackets x minus our x1 is what? 2. So we have y minus 3 equal to, open the brackets, we have 3 over 2x, and 3 over 2 times minus 2. We're going to have the minus, this 2 would cancel, so we just have a minus 3. So here, let's take this minus 3 to this side. So we're left with y is equal to 3 over 2x minus 3. Taking it to this side, we have a plus 3. And minus 3 plus 3 will give us a 0. So we're left with y equal to what? 3 over 2x. So this is our equation. Okay? You know, we have to liken our equation as this. All right? So this is our equation. And where is our right option here? This is our option. Our right option is what? Option C. Y is equal to 3 over 2 what? X. So option C is the right answer. Question 21 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says the expression this will be undefined when x is equals, okay, so undefined, we're going to use the denominator. So we have 6x bracket x plus 1 undefined equal to what? 0. So we have here 6x equal to 0, and what? X plus 1 is equal to what? 0. Okay, so from here, you know, 6x equal to 0 is what? X is equal to 0. From here we have x, taking this positive to this side, we have what? A negative 1. Okay, so here we have x is what? Is 0 comma a negative what? 1. Okay, so this is our answer. And what's our right option here? Our right option is option B. Question 22 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says a man is 5 times as old as his son. In 4 years' time, the product of their ages would be this. If the son's age is y, express the product of their ages in terms of y. Okay? A man is 5 times as old as his son. So you say a man is equal to what? M, and son is equal to what? Y. So this man here is what? 5 times what? Y. Is that not it? It's 5 times as old as his son. So man is what? 5y. Okay? Now, in 4 years' time, the product of their ages would be this. In 4 years' time means man's new age will be equal to 5 plus what? 4 in 4 years' time. Alright? And where the son's age is what? Y plus 4. His new age in 4 years' time will be y plus 4. Why the new age of the man in 4 years' time is what? This 5y plus 4. So it says in 4 years' time, the product of their ages would be this. So it means 5y plus 4 bracket y plus 4 is equal to what? 340. If the son's age is y, express the product of their ages in terms of y. So we have to open up this bracket. Alright, so let's do this together. So we have 5y times y, we have 5y squared plus 5y times plus 4, that will give us 20y, and this plus 4 times y will give us what? Plus 4y, and 4 plus 4 times 4 will give us what? A 16 equal to 340. So here we have 5y squared plus, this is 24y plus 16 equal to 340. Okay, let's take this 340 in. So we have 5y squared plus 24y plus 16, bringing 340 in, we have a negative 340, okay, equal to what? 0. So from here, what do we have? We have 5y squared plus 24y plus 16 minus 340 will give us what? A minus 324, and which is equal to what? 0. So this is our final answer. Alright, and where's our right option here? Our right option is option D. Question 23 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question. That's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says simplify this. So we have A over B minus B over A minus C over B. Okay, so from here our LCM will be what? A, B. Alright, so B in this will give us what? A, and A times A will have a square minus A in this will be left with a B, and B times B is what? B square minus B in this will be left with A, and A times C is what? AC. Alright, so this is our final answer. A square minus B square minus AC divided by AB, and our right option here is option D. Question 24 of the WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says in the diagram XYZ is an equilateral triangle of size 6 cm. Remember, an equilateral triangle has all sides what? Equal. All sides. XY equal to XZ equal to ZY. Okay? And T is the midpoint of XY. T is the midpoint of XY. T here. Find tan angle XZT. That's XZT. We're looking for this angle. Tan of the angle. Okay? So equilateral triangle of 6 sides. So here is 6 cm, here is 6 cm, here from here to here also is what? 6 cm. If this is the 6 cm. If this is the midpoint, it means it divides this by 2, right? So, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So here is 3 and here is 3. From here to here is 3, and from here to here is what? 3. Okay, I hope you get that. From here to here is 3. And from here to here is 3. Okay, y from here to this side is what? 6. So midpoint, just divide by 2. Okay, so we're looking for the tan angle of this angle, so we can just bring out this triangle. So we have this triangle here. Okay, sorry, it's not too similar, but still the same. Okay, so 6, this angle. So to get this angle, we first of all have to find our what? Adjacent. And remember SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. We can't work with tan without knowing our what? Adjacent. We already have our opposite. Our opposite is 3. This is our hypotenuse, but we don't have our adjacent. So we use Pythagoras rule to find our what? Adjacent. Remember Pythagoras rule is what? Your hypotenuse squared is equal to what? Your adjacent squared plus your what? Opposite square, or your opposite square plus your adjacent square. So finding our adjacent square, we have what? Adjacent square is equal to what? Our hypotenuse squared minus what? Our opposite what? Squared. You take this positive to this side. Alright, so what's the hypotenuse square? We have 6. This is 6 squared minus 3 squared. So adjacent squared. What's 6 squared? 6 squared is what? 36 minus what is 3 squared? That's 9. And what's 36 minus 9? Well, that will give us 27. So our adjacent squared is 27. So to get our adjacent alone, we'll square root what 27. So we have the square root of what 27. And we can reduce this square root, okay, in short form. This is 9 times 3, right? Okay, so where we have root 9 times what? Root what? 3. And we can find the root of square root of 9. Is that not it? Which is what? 3 times root 3. So we have our answer 3 root 3. So our adjacent is what? 3 root 3. So this is what? 3 root 3. So now to get our angle, tan angle, okay, tan of this angle here is what? Opposite over our adjacent. So tan of angle XZT is equal to what? Our opposite is what? 3 over adjacent is what? 3 root 3. From here, this 3 can cancel out this 3 here, and we're left with what? 1 over root 3. So this is our answer. So the tan angle of this is 1 over root 3, and our right option here is option A. Question 25 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says a fence 2.4 meter tall is, it should be meter not centimeter, okay, is 10 meter away from a tree of height 16 meter. Calculate the angle of elevation of the top of the tree from the top of the fence. Okay, let's represent this. So a fence, all right, 2.4 meter tall, okay, 2.4 is 10 centimeter away from a tree of height is from a tree of height 6 centimeter. It's 10 centimeter away. This is the fence. So let's say it's 10 centimeter away from a tree of height. This is the tree. Okay, this is the fence from the ground. The tree also from the ground. This, let me draw the tree. Okay, a tree of height what? Tree is 16 centimeter. All right, 16 meter, I mean. Okay, all right, calculate the angle of elevation of the top of the tree, okay, from the top of the fence. Angle of elevation from the top of the top of the tree from the top of the fence. So this is the fence, this is the top of the fence, okay, 2.4 meter, top of the fence. So the angle elevation, let's say someone is standing here, okay, from the top of the fence, okay. See, it says angle of elevation of the top of the tree from the top of the fence. So we have this. So we're looking at this angle of elevation if someone stays here. All right, that's the top of the what? Fence. So we have to look for theta. That's what the question, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for theta. So this is this. All right, so we know this is 10 meter, we know this is 2.4 meter. If this is from here to here is 2.4 meter and from here to here is 16 meter, it means to get from here to here, this remaining side will be 16 minus 2.4 meter, which will give us what? 13.6 watt meter. So here is what? 13.6 watt meter. That's from here to here, okay, 13.6 watt meter. All right, so what to look for what? Theta. All right, we have how many sides? We have this side, we have this side. Looking for theta, this is our opposite and this is our adjacent. Remember, so ka toi. All right, if we have opposite and adjacent, we use our tan. So we have tan theta is equal to what? 13.6 over what? 10 over this 10 meter. All right, 10 meter is the distance from the fence to the tree, okay, which is also the same here. All right, so here what do we have? Tan theta is equal to this divided by this is 1.36. So we have theta is equal to half tan 1.36. And what will this give us? This will give us 53. Punching your calculator, we're going to have 53.67 watt degree. So this is our answer. Theta is what? 53.67 degree. And our right option here is option B. Question 26 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says Fatih buys milk at X naira per tin and sells each at a profit of Y naira. If she sells 10 tins of milk, how much does she receive from the sales? Okay, this is an equation, all right? So Fatih buys this X tin at what? X naira per tin, all right? She buys and sells at a profit of Y naira. So Fatih's cost price, CP, is equal to what? X naira. And remember, she sells at a profit. So profit is equal to your selling price minus what? Your cost price. All right? And we told her profit is what? And sells each at a profit of what? This Y naira. So profit Y naira, SP minus what? We're looking for a selling price. A selling price, SP. Okay, let's say we leave it here. So we have our selling price, what? Y naira minus what? X naira. So this is selling price. Okay, so if she sells 10 tins of milk, how much does she receive from sales? Okay, so the selling price of 1 tin of milk, since we know we know the profit. Okay, she buys this at this per tin and sells each the profit at she gets the profit of this. So from here we found our selling price. Now we're to find if she sells 10 tins of milk, how much does she receive from sales? So the total amount, she sold 10 tins of milk with this selling price. So all we need to do is just 10 multiplied by what? Our selling price, which is what? Y minus X naira. All right, so this is our answer. All right, this is our answer. And where's the right option here? Oh, sorry, remember when we take this negative here to this side, we have a positive. Okay, remember that we have a positive. Okay, so this should be a positive. Okay, this should be a positive. So this is the right answer. Okay, sorry for that error. All right, remember I didn't solve this. That's why I think I missed this. Okay, from here what I just did here was I kept SP here and I took minus naira X naira to this side. And when you take a negative to the other side, you have a positive. It's just like me saying this. Okay, positive equal to SP, which is also the same as SP is equal to what? Y plus X naira. All right, so here we have 10 into bracket what? Y plus what? X naira. And what's our right answer here? Our right answer is option D. Okay, which is same thing as this. All right, you can also interchange this. This just arrange the letters in alphabetical order. All right, so the right option here is option D. Question 27 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says if tan Y is positive and sin Y is negative, in which quadrant would Y lie? Remember, in your quadrant, okay? All right, remember this formula, AS what? TC. Okay, ASTC. Just say as TC, okay, where we have A, take it anti-clockwise, all right, ASTC, all right, take it anti-clockwise to know where your trig, your tan, cosine falls in your quadrant. Okay, take it anti-clockwise. So here A means stands for what? All. So here all is what positive. This is the first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the what? Fourth what? Quadrant. All right, so for A here everything is positive. Sine is positive, cosine is positive, tan is positive in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant only sine is positive. All right, the rest tan and cosine they are negative. In the third quadrant only tan is positive, sine and cosine are negative, while in the fourth quadrant only cosine is positive, the rest sine and tan is what? negative. So from our question here, it says if tan y is positive and sin y is negative, in which quadrant will it lie? Definitely it will be what? A third quadrant, where tan can only be positive, where sign is what? Negative. Okay, if the question says if tan y is positive and sin y is also positive, it means it's the first what? Quadrant. All right, so answer here is what? The third quadrant. This is the only place that tan can be positive and sign will be negative. All right, so this is the third quadrant, and our right option here is option C, the third only. All right, the third only, not the first and the third. Okay, because in the first the sign is what? Positive and not negative. All right, so our right option here is option C, and remember this as TC. All right, and take it anti-clockwise, where this is the first, second, third, fourth. Okay, take it anti-clockwise. Just draw this as TC, ASTC. All right, first 1 2 3 4, and you remember where your trick falls on the quadrants. All right, so our right option here is option C. Question 28 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's a WAEC 2020 exam. It says the dimensions of a rectangular base of a right pyramid are 9 centimeter by 5 centimeter. If the volume of the pyramid is this, how high is the pyramid? Okay, remember, for a pyramid, volume is equal to 1 over 3 times the area of the base times height. Okay, we've been told the volume is this, so we have 105. But look for the height. That's what we're looking for. Height equal to 1 over 3. What's the area of the base? A rectangular base, okay, which is what? 9 centimeter by 5 centimeter. That's 9 times 5. So we have 9 times 5 times h. We're looking for h. Okay, so this 3 here will cancel out. This will be a 3. We are left with here 15 h, 105. So divided by 15 and divided by what? 15. Okay, this will cancel out. 15 in here will go how many times? 7 times. So we have h. Okay, so h is equal to what? 7 centimeters. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option D. Question 29 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says each interior angle of a regular polygon is 168 degrees. Find the number of sides of the polygon. So we're looking for the number of sides of the polygon. So we have that each interior angle of a polygon is this. So we have 168n is equal to what? 2n minus what? 4 bracket what? 90. Okay, we have to look for what? N. Let's open up this bracket here. We have 16n equal to this is 180n minus what? 360. Okay, take this here. All right, so we have, or better still, take this here and bring this here. So 360, a positive going here, a negative going here becomes a positive, positive going here becomes a negative, minus what? 168n. So we have 360 is equal to this minus this will give us what? A 12n. So divide by what? 12 divided by what? 12. This will cancel out. 12 in 360 will go how many times? 30 times. So we have 30 is equal to n, and n is equal to what? 30. So the number of sides of the polygon is what? 30. So n is equal to 30, and our right option here is option A. Question 30 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says in the diagram, MN, okay, is parallel to what? PQ, and MNP is 2x, and angle NPQ, this angle is what? 3x minus 50. Find the value of NPQ, that's this angle. Alright, so we have this angle here and this angle here, they are alternating. I remember alternating angles are what? Equal. So we have 2x is equal to what? 3x minus what? 50. Okay, take this 3x here. What do we have? we have 2x minus or 3x equal to minus 50. Here we have this minus this will give us a minus x equal to minus 50, and sorry, this negative will cancel out this negative, so we have x is equal to 50. So we've gotten our value of x as 50. Now we're to find the angle. Okay, it says find the value, so we're putting the value of x as 50 into this. So we have 3x minus 50, so we have 3 bracket 50 minus 50. What is 3 times 50? We have 150 equal minus 50, and that would give us what? 100. So the angle NPQ is what? 100 degree, and our right option here is option D. Question 31 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question, that's a WAEC 2020 exam. It says the length of an arc of a circle of radius this is this. Calculate correct to the nearest degree the angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle. Remember, what's the formula for length of an arc? An arc is equal to theta over 360 times 2 pi r. We've been given our r as 3.5 and our pi as 22 over 7. The length of the arc is 1 whole number, 19 over 36. We have to convert this to improper fraction. 36 times 1 is 36, and 36 plus 19 will give us 55. So we have 55 over 36. So this is the length of an arc. Okay, so we have to look for theta. That's what we're asked to find, the angle subtended by the arc. Okay, so we have 55 over 36 is equal to what? Theta over 360 times 2. Pi is what? 22 over 7 times what? 3.5 centimeter. Okay, so making pi the subject of formula here, we'll take this. So we're going to have 55, 360 and 7 multiply this. So we have 360 times 7 over 36 will be divided by all this times 2 times 22 times 3.5 equals what? Theta. Alright, so here we have our calculator. It's WAEC. When you punch in your calculator for all these values, our theta is going to be what? 25 degrees. Okay, so this is our answer. 25 degrees. Theta is equal to 25 degrees, and our right option here is option C. Question 32 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question, that's a WAEC 2020 exam. It says in the diagram PU is parallel to SR I mean, and PS is parallel to TR. QS is parallel to UR, and UR is equal to what? UR is 15, SR is 8, this is 8, PS is what? 10, and the area of triangle SUR is what? 24. That's this triangle here, is 24. Okay, calculate the area of what? PTRS, the parallelogram. Okay, all right, so from here there's a property. All right, if you remember the properties of triangles and parallelograms on the same base, between the same parallel, okay, on the same base, they are on the same base and in between the same parallel. Okay, this is a parallel PU and SR. Okay, the same parallel, and they have the same base. This is their base. The base of this triangle is SR, and the base of the parallelogram, which is PTSR, is still here. Okay, the theorem states that the area of this triangle is equal to what? Half of the what? Parallelogram. Okay, that's what the theorem says, that the area of the triangle SUR is equal to what? Half of the area of the parallelogram. Okay, so it's quite easy for us to calculate the area of the what? Parallelogram, which is what? PTSR. whereby we know the area of the triangle as what, 24, okay, equal to 1 over 2. Make the area of the parallelogram as what, x, and to get x, 2 times this will give us what, 48, and x is equal to what, 48. So the area of the parallelogram is what, 48. All right, so this is the answer. So you don't need to bother about all this 15 and 8 centimeter and 10 centimeter. Okay, this is just to confuse you. If you know the theorem that states that a triangle and a parallelogram that has the same base and in between the same parallel, the area of the triangle is equal to half of the area of the what, parallelogram. So in some cases, in some questions, they are going to give you the area of the parallelogram and tell you to find the area of the triangle which have the same base and between the same parallel. Okay, but here we're told to find the area of the parallelogram, okay, given the area of the triangle, and when you just put in this value, it's all for x, and you're going to have your answer, which is what, 48 what, centimeter square. Okay, and our right option here is option B. Question 33 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says in the diagram, PQR is a circle with center O. Okay, center O. If angle OPQ, this angle is 48. Okay, this is 48. Find the value of m. So we're told to look for this value of m. All right, so we have here this circle with this center OPQ, and we can see that from the center, all right, we have a line drawn to the circumference. All right, and we have this. You can see that this triangle is what, an isosceles triangle. That's this side is equal to this side. You know, this side is drawn from the center. It's like a radius here, and is also equal to this side, also drawn from the center to this point. So this side is what, equal. So this is an isosceles what, triangle. All right, it can only be an isosceles triangle when it is drawn from the center. All right, don't make that mistake. Okay, it must be drawn from the center of a circle. All right, that's when it becomes, well, that's when it's an isosceles what, triangle. So here we have the two sides are equal, and you don't remember, in an isosceles triangle, if you have two sides equal, the base angles are what, equal. So this angle is equal to this angle, so this would be what, 48 what, degrees. Okay, so if you have this angle equal to this angle, it's easy for us to get this. All right, so all we need to do is just add up 48 and subtract from 180. That's the sum of angles in the triangle is what, 180. So we have 180 minus bracket 48 plus 48. And what's 48 plus 48? That's 96. Is that not it? Sorry, 96. So we have 180 minus 96. That will give us what? That will give us 84. So this angle right here is what? 84. Remember, sum of all angles in the triangle is 180. Okay, that's what I did here, and subtracted this plus this from 180 to get our angle here, 84. So if we've gotten angle 84, it's now easy for us to get m. Angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. This m and 84, they are on a straight line. So to get m, and angles on a straight line sum up to get what, 180. Don't forget your theorems. All right, so we have m plus 84 is equal to what, 180. So to get our m is what, 180 minus what, 84. And what is 180 minus 84? That is what, 96 degrees. So our answer is what, 96 degree. M is equal to what, 96 degree. And our right option here is option A. And also don't get confused with how I wrote this equation here. This equation is also similar to, you know, our unknown value. Let's say the unknown value there is what, x. So plus 48 plus what, 48 is equal to 180. Okay, so and when you add this up, you bring this to the side, you get what, 180 minus 96. Okay, so don't be confused. I just use a short form immediately. All right, so here our right option is option A. Question 34 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says the pie chart shows the population of men, women, and children in a city. If the population of the city is 1.8 million, how many men are in the city? Okay, so this is the pie chart. This is 120 degree. This is 169 degree. Let us find the degree of men. Okay, we're told to find how many men are in the city. We have the total population as this. So to find the degree of men is just simply 360. Remember, angles at a point, the sum of angles at the point is what? 360. So it's 360 minus what? 120 plus 169. And that's 360 minus 289. And that would give us what? 71 degrees. So this is what? 71 degree. All right, if we now know the degrees, easy for us to know the population of men. Okay, so the population of men will be what? 71 degree divided by 360 times the total population, which is 1.8 million. All right, okay, so what do we do here? We have to what? Cancel out, punch in your calculator. When you punch in your calculator of these values, we are going to have 355,000. Okay, these are answer. This is total men in the city. Okay, with this particular portion, 71 degrees, so we have 355,000 men. Our right option here is option C. Question 35 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says the mean of the numbers 15, 21, 17, 26, 18, 29 is 21. Calculate the standard deviation. Remember, what's the formula for your standard deviation? ST is what? Is always the square root of your variance, okay? So which is what? The summation of what? X minus your mean square over the total numbers you have, which is what? N, okay? And from here we've been told in our mean is what? Equal to what? 21. So we have to tabulate this, okay? So we're going to draw our table, okay? Okay, so we have here x, we have x minus x bar, and we have x minus x bar all squared. Okay, so our first is what? 15, and what is 15 minus our mean, which is what? 21? We're going to have a minus 6, and minus 6 square, we're going to have 36. Our next number is what? 21. 21 minus 21 is a 0, and 0 squared is still 0. Our next number is 17. Okay, 17 minus 21, we're going to have a minus 4, and minus 4 squared is what? Is 16. Next number is 26. 26 minus 21, we're going to have a 5. 5 squared is what? 25. Next is what? 18. 18 minus 21, we're going to have a negative 3, and negative 3 squared, we're going to have a 9. The next number is 29. 29 minus 21, we're going to have 8. 8 squares was 64. So we're going to sum all this. Punch in your calculator, you're going to have 150 as a total sum. From here, what do we have? We have this all square root 150 over what's the set of numbers. How many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So divided by 6. What's 150 divided by 6? That will give us what? 25. And what's the square root of 25? That is a 5. So the standard deviation of this number, set of numbers, is what? 5. And our right option is option C. Question 36 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says in the diagram, O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. SOQ is the diameter. SOQ is the diameter. And SRP is 37 degree. Find PSQ. PSQ, that's this angle here. Okay, so from here, if this is 37, this will also be 37 because they are in the same what segment. Is that not it? Angles, remember that theorem, circle theorem, okay? Angles in the same segment are equal, so this is what 37 what degree. All right, then if this is the center of the circle, it means here we have a semicircle. Remember, the angle in a semicircle is what? 90 degrees. So it means here is what? 90 degrees. This angle just directly opposite what? The line or the diameter is what? 90 what degrees. Okay, so we have 90 here, we have 37 here, so it's easy for us to find this angle. To get this angle, it's just simply 180 minus what? 90 plus what? 37. So this will give us 180 minus 127. And what is the answer here? This will give us what? 53 degrees. So angle PSQ is what? 53 what degrees. And our right option here is option C. Question 37 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WAEC 2020 exam. It says find the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon. Alright, interior angles of a pentagon, the sum, that's 2n minus what? 4 bracket what? 90 to find the sum. Alright, okay, so this is the sum. What will it be equal to? We have a pentagon, so we have 2 times what? 5 minus 4, okay, 90. That's 10 minus 4 bracket 90. And what's 10 minus 4? That's a 6. Okay, 6 times 90. What would that give us? That would give us what? 5 or 40 degree. Okay, so the sum of interior angles of a pentagon is what? 540 what degree. So this is the answer, and our right option here is option C. Question 38 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WASSCE Past exam. Okay, it says the diameter of a sphere is 12 centimeter. Calculate correct to the nearest centimeter cube the volume of the sphere, taking pi as 22/7. What is the formula for finding the volume of a sphere? Okay, all these formulas you should know them, but I think in WAEC you have a formula sheet. Okay, in your calculator, you know, it's been written on the calculator, so you have no problem cramming or missing your formulas. Okay, but still have it at the back of your mind just in case. Okay, so the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cube, and just to remind you, the surface area, okay, surface area of a sphere, surface area is what? 4 pi r square. Okay, but we're concentrating on this. I just did this to remind you. So the volume of a sphere is what? 4/3 pi r cube. All right, so we're given the diameter of the sphere as 12. So if we're given the diameter, definitely as 12, our radius is half of the diameter, so 12/2, which is equal to 6. Okay, so our radius is what? 6 centimeters. So let's slot in, and we're told our pi is what? 22/7. So we have 4/3, our pi is times 22/7, then our r is what? 6, so we have 6 raised to the power 3. Okay, from here, what do we have? If we just multiply this, 4 times 22, we have 88/21. That's 3 times 7, 21 times. The 6 raised to the power 3 will give us 216. Okay, from here, we can just punch in our calculator. All right, punch in these values, 88 times this, divided by 22, and we're going to have 905.1428, okay, centimeter cube. But the question says correct to the nearest what? Centimeter cube. So let's look at this. So in correcting to nearest centimeter cube, it means a whole number without a decimal point. So we come here, look at the decimal point. We look at the number immediately after the decimal point. Is it greater than 5 or equal to 5? It's not. It's lower than 5. So we can approximate to this 5 here to make it 6. Okay, so approximating to the nearest centimeter cube, that's a whole number. It is what? 905 centimeter cube. Okay, so this is our answer. And where is the right option here? The right option is option C. You might be wondering, well, how did we get the centimeter cube? Centimeter cube is from here. This is a 6 centimeter. If you raise it to the power of 3, that's centimeter times another centimeter, and you have a centimeter cube. Okay, that's here. Okay, so our answer is what? 905 centimeter cube, which is option C. Question 39 of the WASSCE 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says a box contains 12 identical balls, of which 5 are red, 4 are blue, and the rest green. Use this information to answer question 39 and 40. Question 39 says, if a ball is selected at random from the box, what is the probability that it is green? Okay, so first of all, let's find out how many is green. Okay, it says 5 are red, 4 are blue, and the rest green. So we have to get the remainder, which is green. We do 5 plus 4, which is 9, and we subtract 9 from 12. When we subtract 9 from 12, what do we get? We get a 3. So so we have 5 red. Okay, we have 4 blue and 3 what? Green. Okay, so this is what we have. All right, so and when we add this up, we're going to have 12 identical we're going to have 12 balls. Okay, so here, what is the probability that it is green? Remember, probability is equal to what? Probability is equal to what? Is equal to what? Our favorable outcome over the possible what? Outcome. Okay, so our favorable outcome in this case is what? We're looking at green. Okay, what is the probability that it is green? So how many green balls do we have? We have 3 green balls. And what's our possible outcome? Our possible outcome is the total number of balls we have that is in the box, which is what? 12. So our probability that it is green, okay, I'm supposed to write this somewhere. It is green is what? 3 over 4, and we can reduce this 3 here 1 and 3 in 12 will go how many times? 4 times. So we have 1 over 4. So this is our answer, 1 over 4, and the right option here is option D. So the question 40 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says, we have, it's a continuation from question 39. It says, if 2 balls are selected at random, one after the other with replacement, okay, what is the probability that both are red? So if 2 balls are selected at random, one after the other with replacement, okay, I hope you remember dependent and independent probability. Now this is independent probability because it was replaced. Okay, there's a replacement after the selection. If there was no replacement, it becomes a dependent probability. Okay, so here it says what's the probability that both are red? So let's find, first of all, the probability of the first ball being red is equal to, remember, in the balls we have 5 red balls. Okay, we have 4 blue balls, and we have 3 green balls. Okay, so we're looking at red. Okay, so red, remember the formula for probability, favorable outcome of our possible outcome. So our favorable outcome in this case is what? 5 divided by our possible outcome is what? 12 balls. Okay, so the probability that the first ball is red is 5 over 12. Then the probability of the second ball being red is equal to what? It was replaced. Okay, if it wasn't replaced, okay, it would reduce. Okay, so we are going to have 4 over 11, but here it was replaced. All right, so we have here still 5 over 12. All right, so we have the probability of the first ball being selected as this, and that being selected, the second ball selected as what? This. Then the probability of both of them now, probability of both, okay, that both are red, probability of both being red, okay, is equal to what? 5 over 12 times what? 5 over 12. Okay, so and what will this give us? 5 times 5 is what? 25, divided by what's 12 times 12 is what? 144. So this is our answer. All right, and our right option here is option A. Question 41 of the WASSCE 2020 mathematics past question. That's your WASSCE exam. Okay, it says in the diagram PQ is a straight line. PQ is a straight line. If M is equal to half of x plus yz, find the value of M. Or to find the value of M. Okay, so from here we have M is equal to what? Half bracket x plus what? Y plus z. Okay. Alright, so we're to find the value of M. Now from this straight line, angles on a straight line, when you sum them, it gives you what? 180. So we have here, from here we have x plus y plus m plus z is going to give us what? 180. Alright, so we have to simplify this. Okay, we have to do some like substitution. Okay, so we do here, let's say 2, take this 2 up here, we have 2m equal to, and we're going to be left with 1 here, and 1 multiplying everything in this bracket is still going to be the same thing. So we have x plus what? Y plus z. All right, just stay with me. All right, so here we can rearrange this. Okay, we can rearrange this as saying x plus y plus z, okay, plus m is equal to what? 180. Okay, where now we know that x plus y plus z, this is x plus y plus z, is what? 2m. Okay, so we substitute all this as what? 2m. All right, so bring this here. So we have 2m plus what? M is equal to what? 180. All right, so this is math, and you have to be smart and fast on how to manipulate and substitute things to get your M. Okay, so we have only M in the equation, so we can find, as in we have only M as a variable, so we can find the value of M. Okay, so we have here 2m is equal to what? 180, and 2m plus m here. Okay, so we have 2m plus m is equal to what? 180, and 2m plus m, we have 3m is equal to what? 180. Here to get m, we'll divide both sides by 3. Okay, this will cancel out, and m will be equal to 60 what? Degrees. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option B. Question 42 of the WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says the point on the linear graph as shown in the table. So we have this, find the gradient, that's the slope of the line. Okay, so we have to find the slope of the line, and we have all these points. Okay, so remember, what's the formula for slope? Slope is what? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus what? x1. So we can pick this, you can pick any, okay, but let's say we pick this as what? y2, and this is what? y1, and this we pick as what? x2, and this is what? x1. Okay, so let's put it into this equation. All right, you can pick this as y2 and this as y1. Okay, just if you want to. All right, but always use this one and use this other one. Okay, use this as y2 and this as what? y1. Always know whichever point you want to use. The first point you start with will be your y1, and the second one will be your y2. Okay, so don't mix it up. All right, so here we have here our y2 is what? 5.2. Okay, 0 minus what? Our y1 is 3.90 divided by our x2 is what? 6.85 minus our x1 is what? 6.20. Okay, this give us what? A 1.3, and this would give us, if you subtract this, we're going to have a 0.65, and if we punch in our calculator, divide this by this, we're going to have what? A 2. All right, so this is our answer 2. Okay, and our right option here is option B. Question 43 of the WAEC 2020 mathematics past question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says in the diagram, O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. PQ, PQ, and RS, RS are tangents to the circle. Tangents to the circle, okay? Tangents. Find the value of M plus N. This is M and this is N, all right? So we have to find the value of M plus N. Now we have this line which passes through the center of the circle. All right, and remember the theorem that says the angle that is directly opposite a semicircle is what? 90 what degree. All right, so this angle here is 90 degree. All right, and remember the theorem that states that the tangent is what? Perpendicular, okay, to the radius at the point of what? Contact. So this is the radius, so the tangent is what? Perpendicular. That's mean 90 degrees. All right, so from here to here is what? 90 degree. All right, so if from here to here is 90 degree, this is another tangent here too, so it means from here to here is also what? 90 degrees. So if from here to here is 90 degrees, it means that this angle here is what? This angle here is what? 90 what? Minus what? N, and this angle here also is what? 90 minus M. And remember the sum of angles what? In a triangle sum up to what? 180. So it means we have 90 minus M plus 90 minus N plus, remember our angle here, this angle opposite to the semicircle is what? 90 degrees. So 90 is equal to what? 180, the sum of angles in a triangle. Okay, so let us solve this. So here we have 90 plus 90 plus 90. That's going to give us 270. So we have left here minus M minus N plus 270 equal to 180. So 180. So we take this plus 270 to this side. We have minus M minus N equal to 180 minus 270. So minus M minus N is equal to what? 180 minus 270, we're going to have a minus 90. So we can cancel out this negative by multiplying everything by a negative. Okay, both sides by a negative. All right, so negative times this negative here, M, we have a positive M, times this negative N, we have a positive N, and times this negative 90, we have what? 90. So this is our answer. M plus N is equal to what? 90 what? Degrees. All right, so our answer is 90 degrees for the value of M plus N. So our right option here is option B. Question 44 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question, that's your WASSCE exam. It says in the diagram, O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. If angle NLM, that's this angle here, is 74, and if angle LMN, that's LMN, this angle here is equal to 39, and angle LOM, the angle here is what? X. Find the value of X. Okay, to find the value of this X here, we just have to first of all find this value here. All right, and we use the theorem that says that the angle which an arc of a circle subtends at the center is what? Twice that it subtends at any point on the what? Circumference. Okay, so let's first of all find this value, then it's easy for us to get our X. So to find this value, this is a triangle. Is that not it? This is a triangle. Sorry, this is a triangle, and we've been given these two values here. So and the sum of angles in a triangle sums up to what? 180. So to get this point is what? 180 minus bracket 74, okay, plus 39. Okay, and what is 74 plus 39? That's 113. So 180, okay, minus 113, we're going to have what? 67 what degrees. So this is what? 67. This angle here is 67. So now it is easy for us to get the angle X. To get the angle X is just simply what? That's angle LOM is just simply 2 times what? 67. And what's 2 times 67? That's 134. Okay, so 2 times 67. So the angle that an arc subtends at the center of the circle is what? Twice that twice any angle on the what? Circumference. That's why we did 2 times 67. So X is equal to what? 134 degree. And our right option here is option A. Question 45 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. It says, which of the following is not a sufficient condition for triangles to be congruent? Okay, for triangles to be congruent, okay, what does it mean? It means that they would have the same shape and size. Okay, that's what it means, that they will have the same shape and size. Okay, and the properties, okay, the properties that the properties that would make them have the same shape and size, that's being congruent. Okay, it have 4 properties. Now the two triangles must have 2 sides equal. Okay, let's say you have two triangles here. All right, so the two triangles must have 2 sides equal. Okay, and an included angle, that's for the first property, must have an included angle. This included angle means it is between the 2 sides. So you have SAS, this is the side and the angle. Okay, so the two triangles would be this SSA. So you have SAS, the angle is included, meaning it is between the 2 sides. All right, so this is the property. Okay, we're trying to find out from the option which is not a sufficient condition, so we have to first know the sufficient conditions first, then we'll knock out which is not the right answer here. Now the next property is it must have 2 angles and a corresponding side. All right, so it must have 2 angles and a corresponding side. So you can have something like this. Can we use this? Okay, let me just draw another triangle here. So we have let me draw a small triangle. So 2 equal angles, all right, and a corresponding side. All right, the corresponding side okay, has to be between the angles or not. Okay, so we can represent this as what? ASA, that's angle, side, angle. We have this angle, side, angle are equal. Okay, or AAS, angle, angle, side. So it can be, the side can be here. Okay, the corresponding side can be here. Okay, now the third one is the 3 sides are equal. All right, so the 3 sides are equal is represented as this. So you have 2 triangles, each side being equal. Okay, 2 triangles, each side being equal. All right, and so if they have 3 sides being equal, they are what? Congruent. All right, now the fourth property is they are right angled and have the hypotenuse and another side equal. So they are right angled. Okay, right angled, that's they have a 90-degree, all right, and have their hypotenuse equal. Okay, and the other side equal. So the other side can be this. All right, so this is what? The right angle, hypotenuse, and a side. R, H, and a side. R, H, and a side. So these are the 4 properties that would make 2 triangles to be what? Congruent. So we have SAS, we have ASA, we have SSS, and RHS. So from here, we have ASS, which is the same as this. So this is correct. We have SSS, 3 sides equal. We have 2 sides and an included angle. This is saying 2 sides and a non-included angle. This is wrong. All right, the angle must be included. That's the angle must be what? Between the 2 sides. So this is what? Wrong. This is not a condition for a sufficient. So this is not a sufficient condition for 2 triangles to be what? Congruent. So this is our right option here. This is the right answer here. All right. Question 46 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Pass question. That's your WASSCE exam. It says a woman received a discount of 20% on a piece of clothes she purchased from a shop. If she paid this, what was the original price? Okay, she paid this. What was the original price? Okay, how do we get this? Now, let's say the original price is what? X. Okay, original price is equal to X. So the discount is what? 20% of X. Okay, and 20% of X is equal to, that's 20 divided by 100. That'll give us 0.2. So 0.2 of X, that's times X. So is equal to what? 0.2X. All right, just keep this. All right, so if she paid this, all right, so this is the discount amount. All right, to get the discount value, we say the original price is X, then 20% of X, this is the value. Then to know the total amount, because it's asking us what was the original price, to know the total amount is the price she paid, 525, plus the discounted amount which we've got here, 0.2x, then is equal to our original price, which is what? X. Okay, this is a word problem, so you have to know how to interpret it. Okay, let me take it one more time in case you're confused a bit. First of all, what do? We made the original price as X. Okay, remember, let's say the original value of remember discount. All right, let's say the original value of an item is what? 100 naira. All right, and you were given 20% of 20% discount, so that's 20 times that's a percent, so we have 100. All right, so this 100 will cancel this 100, so the discount you were given is what? 20 naira. Is that not it? So to get the amount you are going to pay, all right, is 100 minus this 20. Is that not it? So you're going to pay 80 naira. I'm just giving an example so you remember discount. All right, I'm not supposed to here, so it's 80 naira that you now pay. All right, so if you still want to from here get the original price of the item, is still simply your 80 plus the discount which we got here, 20, which will still give us what the original price as what? 100. Okay, so that's likened to what I did here. All right, so I said the original price is X. Okay, but this example I gave you a value. If this was X, okay, all right, so it would be X. This is 20 over 100 is what? 0.2. So we are going to have 0.2 what? X. All right, and we are ready from the question. We're already given the amount she paid. Okay, so we have it here. Let me just take this up here. So we have it 525 plus what? Our discount, which we've gotten here as what? 0.2 X, and we've made our original price as equal to X. In this case now, we don't have, in this question, we don't know our original price, which is what? X. So that's how I came about this particular equation here. So you need to understand, okay, this is word problem under discount, commercial maths. All right, so from here we can easily get our X. So all we need to do is, I would just prefer to take this 0.2x here. So we have 525 equal to X minus 0.2x. Okay, so what do we have here? X minus 0.2x, that will give us what? 0.8, sorry, 0.8x. So we have 5. So to get X, we divide both sides by 0.8. Okay, and when you punch in your calculator, this will cancel out. Punch in your calculator, we're going to have a 656.25 is equal to what? X. Okay, and the value here is in dollars. All right, so X is equal to what? $656.25. All right, so where's our right option here? Our right option is option C. Okay, so if you don't understand discount, please try to learn more about discount. All right, so our right option in this question is option C. Question 47 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. It says the interquartile range of a distribution is 7. If the 25th percentile is 16, find the upper quartile. Okay, and what's the interquartile range formula? Interquartile range, is equal to Q3 minus what? Q1. Okay, so our 25th percentile is equal to what? Q1 equal to what? 16. Okay, and we're told the interquartile range is what? From here is what? 7 is equal to Q3 minus our Q1 is what? 16. So here we just take this here. So we have 7 plus what? 16 equal to Q3. That's the upper quartile. So what's 7 plus 16? That's what? 23 equal to our upper quartile. So Q 3 is equal to what? 23. So this is our answer, and our right option here is option C. That's the upper quarter. Question 48 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WASSCE exam. So we have a graph here. It says the graph of the equation y this is a line. The linear equation is a line, and this is a quadratic equation is the curve here as shown. Use this information to answer question 48 and 49. So we have 48 here. It says find the points of intersection of the two graphs. So we have a point here and we have another point here. Okay, so the point of intersection of the two graphs. So we start from here. We can trace this down here. This is somewhere here. So we trace this down. We have a 2. This point is, we open our bracket. Let me open a bracket here. Open our bracket. The first point on the x-axis is a 2.0, comma. Then this can be traced somewhere below 9 and 10. I mean, so we have a 9.0. Okay, so this is our first point. Then we go to the next intersection, point of intersection here. This is -2. We have somewhere here. Okay, let's say open our bracket again. Let's say this is a -1.5. All right, that's traced to the x-axis. Then let's trace it down to the y-axis. Okay, this is looking like a 2. Okay, this is looking like a 2. All right, so we have comma a 2.10. So this is our point 2.0, 9.0, okay, and a 1.5, 2.0. So our right option here is option A. All right, if you're given your booklet, it will be quite clearer for you to trace the line. Just know how to trace a point. Okay, we trace this here to the x-axis, then to the y. Remember, the first point you write is your x-axis and the next one is your y. Okay, don't mix it up. Don't put y first. All right, okay, so let's go to the next question. Question 49 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. So it says if x is what -2.5, what's the value of y on the curve? This is a continuation from 48. So we're looking for the value of y on the curve. This is the equation of the curve. All we need to do is slot in the value of x as what? -2.5 into this equation. So let's do it together. So we have y is equal to 2 bracket -2.5 squared, okay, plus -2.5 bracket, then minus what? 1. So here we have 2 bracket -2.5 times 2.5, that's square. We have a positive 6.25 brackets. This plus will multiply this negative here, so we have a negative. Okay, we have a negative or 2.5 minus 1. Then this 2 times 6, opening up this bracket, times 6.25, we're going to have what? A 12.5, then minus a 2.5 minus 1. Okay, when we do all this, we're going to get what? 9. All right, so y is equal to 9. Okay, so we can put a 0.0 here. That's 12.5 minus 2.5 will give us what? A 10, and a 10 minus 1 will give us what? 9. So we have y as equal to what? 9. So that is the value of y on the curve when x is what? -2.5. So our right option here is option C. Question 50 of the WAEC 2020 Mathematics Past Question. That's your WASSCE exam. It says if x plus 2 is a factor of this, find the value of p. So if x plus 2 is a factor of this, so factor means, well, let's look for the value of x. So we have x plus 2 is equal to 0. So here, take 2 to this side. We have x is equal to what? Minus what? 2. All right, so we slot in the value of x as what? -2 into this equation. So we have our equation here, x squared plus px minus 10 equal to 0. So putting the value of x as -2 here, so we have -2 squared plus p bracket -2, then minus 10 equal to 0. -2 squared, that's -2 times -2. Oh, that give us a 4, a positive 4. okay, then p times minus 2, we're going to have a negative 2p, then we have a negative 10 here, equal to 0. All right, so let's take this. I would want to take okay, let me do it proper way now. So let's take 4 and minus 10 to this side. We have left here a negative 2p on our left hand side, and taking a positive 4 to this side, we have a negative 4. Taking a negative 10 to this side, we're going to have a positive 10. So here we have minus 2p equal to a negative 4 plus a 10. We're going to have a positive 6. So we have 6. Then if you don't understand how your sign rules operate, okay, how to minus or add or subtract or multiply or divide sign numbers, negative and positive numbers, there's a video on on our channel which it's on understanding your sign rules, okay, adding and subtracting negative numbers. Okay, I will leave the link to that video in the video description box of this video so you understand it. Okay, this is where students really, you just miss a point by just not changing your sign. Okay, and the funny thing about your exam is the wrong answer would be in your options, so you have to be very careful on how you treat your signs. Okay, always remember, when you are taking a number from one side of the equation to the other, the sign must change to the opposite. Okay, that's why taking a positive 4, okay, to this side, it becomes a negative 4. And students always get confused on what sign a number carries. The sign a number carries is a sign in front of it. That's why the sign in front of this 4 here is positive. The sign in front of this 10 here is negative. So taking that negative 10 to this side, that's how we got the positive 10. All right, so please try to watch that video. Okay, so here we divide now both sides by negative 2, divide by negative 2. This would cancel out, so we have p is equal to 6 divided by negative 2. We're going to have a negative 3. So this is our answer. P is negative 3, and our right option here is option B. Okay, so thank you so much for staying till to the end of this video. I appreciate, and I know that just by you watching this video and also the several ones I've solved from even 2017 WAEC past question on math solve, you are sure to get at least a B in your maths exam. Okay, there's also a video on the theory section solved. By God's grace, I'm also going to do the theory of 2020 solved and explained. Okay, so you can watch those videos. They will get you prep for your exam. You don't need to depend on malpractice at all. So thank you for coming to the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Share this channel please with your friends, family and loved ones preparing for the WAEC, in your class group, your Facebook group, your WhatsApp group. Please share, let it get to people, let it help them in their exam, to let them know they don't have to depend on malpractice. They have resources that can help them pass their WAEC, that's your WASSCE exams. All right, so thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any question, please comment in the comment section below. I'll try to respond to you. All right, so don't forget, okay, that Jesus Christ is coming soon. Give your life to Christ, for He's the way, He's the truth, and He's the life. In Him you find heaven at last, okay, and peace of mind and every goodies. The Lord, when you are on the Lord's side, you are sure in a good land, in a safe land, divinely protected, divinely supplied land. All right, where you have peace of mind. Okay, only all the key thing you just have to do is just live a holy and righteous life and serve and honor God. That's all, and every other thing will be added onto you. Okay, so thank you for staying tuned, and don't forget that you are destined to win in the forthcoming WASSCE 2021 examination. Thank you from DTW Tutorials. See you in our next video. Bye.